Please support us to check out pentheblogofficial. Like, share, follow and subscribe. Have you ever heard of a dog becoming friends with a deer? Well, not just any deer, but a young fawn that had strayed away from its mother and got lost in the woods. And not just any dog, but an old hunting dog who had spent his entire life chasing and trying to catch deerskin. But something happened that made the dog give up on hunting forever. In the northern part of Sweden, a hunter named Bo lived with his loyal dog named Paise, an old Swedish fåhund, a breed of small herding dog. They would spend most of their days out in the snowy forest, where Paise would sniff around in the snow, looking for signs of deer. Paise was a good hunter and he loved his job. He had a keen sense of smell and he could track deer for miles. One day, while they were out in the forest, Paise caught the scent of a deer and he began to chase after it. The deer ran through the snow, its heart pounding in its chest, as Paise gained on it. It was too fast for him to catch, though, and eventually it disappeared into a thicket of trees. When the hunter and his dog arrived at the spot where the deer had disappeared, they found a small fawn. The fawn was only a few weeks old and had wandered away from its mother. The dog barked at the fawn, but the little animal did not run away. It was too young and small to make it on its own in the wild. The hunter was about to shoot the fawn when his dog, Paise, stopped him. The dog looked at the hunter and then at the fawn, and then back at the hunter. It whined softly, as if to say, "Don't do this." The hunter didn't know what to do. He had never seen his dog behave like this before. He looked down at the fawn, who was now whimpering and shaking. Its big brown eyes stared back at him pleadingly. He couldn't bring himself to shoot it, so he put his gun down and he walked away. Paise followed the hunter back to the car, but then he turned around and he went back to the fawn. The hunter and his wife were very surprised when they saw what Paise had done. He had brought the fawn back to their cabin. They took care of the fawn and fed it milk. Soon it was strong enough to be on its own and Paise became its guardian. Every morning when the sun came up, Paise would take the fawn out into the forest to hunt. They would look for berries, nuts and mushrooms and Paise would teach the fawn how to find food. In the winter, they would go out in the snow and play. The fawn would leap and bound over the snowdrifts while Paise would bark and try to catch it. But he was too old and slow for that now and he just watched the fawn playing. As the years passed, the fawn grew into a beautiful deer. But even though she was wild, she never forgot her friend, the old dog who had saved her life all those years ago. Every summer, she would come back to visit him. One day, Paise wasn't feeling well. He had been slowing down a lot lately and he knew that his time was running out. When his owner came to visit him in the meadow, he knew it was his time. He licked the hand that had been so good to him over the years and he closed his eyes for the last time. When the deer heard that her old friend had died, she came to say goodbye. She stood by his grave and whinnied softly. She would never forget the old dog who had saved her life and become her best friend. This is a true story about a dog and a deer who became best friends. It shows us that true friendship knows no more bounds and can exist between animals that are different from each other. It also shows us that dogs are truly man's best friend and will always be there for us when we need them the most. If you enjoyed this story, please share it with your friends and family and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. Thank you for watching.